Buenos dias, Pastor Junior. I want to share a word with you guys. So this morning I woke up with Psalm, another Psalm, right? A Psalm of David. No, pero I woke up with Psalm 101 verse 6, right? And Psalms, right? So Psalm 101 verse 6. ¿Qué dice? Well, first of all, it's a Psalm of David, right? ¿Y qué es un psalm? Well, a psalm is a hymn, a psalm is a poem, and a psalm is a prayer, right? And a psalm is one who writes. A psalmist is one who writes psalms, right? Y aquí está el psalmist David, right? In Psalm 101 verse 6, que dice, it says like this. It says, my eyes shall be on the faithful of the land, that they may dwell with me. He who walks in a perfect way shall serve me. Right? It says, he who walks in a perfect way shall serve me. When I taught Psalm 101, right? When I taught chapter Psalm 101, I titled it a resolution to seek God to maintain righteousness. Right? When I taught Psalm 101, I titled it a resolution to seek God's help in maintaining righteousness, right? Because righteousness, well, righteousness is a desire for holiness rather than evil thoughts, words, or desires, right? Because righteousness is a desire for holiness rather than evil thoughts, words, or desires. Pero a resolution to maintain righteousness, right? To maintain that desire for holiness. Pero Psalm 101 verse 6 otra vez says, my eyes, right? King David says, my eyes shall be on the faithful of the land, right? So King David pledges to surround himself with only those who walk in integrity and in truth, right? Aquí tienes a King David. So King David pledges to surround himself with only those who walk in integrity and in truth, right? Faithful, those with a blameless walk, right? Those with a blameless walk are chosen to serve, are chosen to serve, right? Because here you have David's court, right? And these are the people that he's choosing to serve him, right? King David pledges to surround himself only with those who walk in integrity and in truth, right? They're walking in integrity and in truth. No están echando mentiras, right? So David outlines a strict standard for his court and personal life. Fíjate. So King David outlines a strict standard for his court and personal life, right? The faithful, those with a blameless walk are chosen to serve. And to what? And to dwell in his presence, right? Y luego, the deceitful, those who practice what? Those who practice deceit. Those who practice deceit or are speaking falsehood are strictly forbidden from his house. Porque look at verse 7. Verse 7 is Psalm 101, verse 6. Fíjate como, Psalm 101. Psalm 101, look at verse 7. It says, he who works deceit shall not dwell in my house. He who tells lies shall not continue in my presence. Right? Psalm 101 verse 6 says, he who works deceit shall not dwell in my house. Shall not dwell within my house, he said King James. He who works deceit shall not dwell in my house, within my house. He who tells lies shall not continue in my presence. He who works deceit shall not dwell within my house. He who tells lies shall not continue in my presence, right? So Quien te juntas, te conviertes. Quien te juntas, te conviertes. That's what that reminded me of. Quien te juntas, te conviertes, right? Because you are, you become who you hang out with. You become who you hang out with, right? That's Proverbs 13:20, right? King David's son, Solomon. Solomon reigned after King David, right? And he wrote the book of Proverbs in his middle ages. In Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20, ¿qué dice? Well, it says, he who walks with the wise man will be wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm, right? He who walks with the wise man shall be wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm. So, there we are. Psalm 101, titled, A Resolution to Seek God's Help to Maintain Righteousness, right? Because you need God's help to maintain this righteousness, right? But once again, King David, 101 verse 6, my eyes shall be on the faithful of the land. My eyes shall be on the faithful of the land, that they may dwell with me. He who walks in the perfect way shall serve me, dice King David, right? So, the faithful, those with a blameless walk are chosen to serve and to dwell in his presence. Amen. Órale, just a word of encouragement. Sí, aquí estamos echando gas. Anyways, have a blessed day, guys.